What's up, yo? This your life coach, Dr. Omar. We're loving our community. Yo, welcome back on this Saturday. And listen, you're going to have a great show today, Lord. I'm not even going to waste no time because this brother here, he has no time to play. He doesn't play around. I was reading his bio, and he's, one of the things the bio said, he is obsessed with leveling the playing field with helping our young adults, right? But I want to get straight to it. Once again, it's your life coach, Omar. Thanks to all my supporters, all those who sponsor. I just appreciate all that you do from the community. This is Loving Our Community. This is your life coach, Omar. And we here with the soon-to-be, well, we can already claim this right now.
Yeah, we can claim it.
We go ahead and claim that. This is Dr. Travis Barber. I got to read a little bit of his. Let me read a little bit of your bio, bro.
Please.
Because, let me tell you, man. I'm pleased today to have my brother here, man. It's him and a few other brothers, man. When you call on, like, it's no hesitation. They're not asking for money, even though money is needed and everything that we do. But for when it comes to when it's something concerning our communities or our youth, these brothers, this is one of the brothers who already got his boots on, got his full armor of God on. He's ready to fight, and man, let me tell you, he don't play, man. My brother Travis Barber, in his bio, said he is obsessed with leveling the playing fields since 2020. Born in Beaufort, South Carolina, but raised in Fairburn, Georgia, Dr. Travis Barber has embarked on an entrepreneurial journey with one more question. Yo, that is an interesting title for a nonprofit. One more question. I'm telling you, you're gonna love his response for that. One more question became an LLC and received the articles of incorporation in May 19, 2020. One more is a 501c also with the vision of progressing and developing the community. Within just a few years of One More Question launch, Dr. Barber, Dr. Howard,
that's you,
has grown a profitable bootstrap brand with a team of community leaders such as local police departments, politicians, business owners, and a host of volunteers in the surrounding community. Daily activities including hosting food drives, speaking engagements, panel discussions, and luncheons, and the annual event Sons Day, fishing, and fathers, which I haven't had a chance to get on yet, but I'm looking forward next year to being on it. Or is it this year or next year?
This year.
This year. Which caters to fatherless young children. Mr. Barber has current edition One More Book, brothers?
One More Book, bro.
One More Brother. Enrichment program has been added as a new curriculum at local elementary schools. And without all that saying, because this phone, I didn't get a chance to have my computer here, I really, instead of me reading this, I would love for you to share about one more time, who is Dr. Travis Barber?
I'm the son of Willie Steen Barber, the grandson of Edarine and Eugene Tammy Smith.
Okay. So he told you where he come from, right?
Yes, sir.
But since I met you, brother, I'm interested in understanding, you said on here you're aggressively, trying to do something in the community. What is driving you to do what you're doing, and why is it, why is this Travis Barber so compassionate but so motivated to do what you're doing in the community?
For one, growing up in a single parent household and landing on a prison bunk in South Georgia with a 20-year sentence, I couldn't wrap my mind around how did I get there. And over the years, and just realizing just the importance of wise men being in your presence and in your community as well as your household, and not having that, I had to become what I needed. And for my sons to be left out here in society for 10 years to be reared by the opinions and views of other men or whoever they was around, it broke me because of the lack of knowledge that I knew the brothers in my community had. And coming home and launching my nonprofit, One More Question, to answer those questions, I know how paramount it is for us to get the right information.
So you just said, let me if I back up a little bit into what you're just saying. First, I'm listening to a motivated speaker, but I'm also listening to a father, a cry of a father, and also the drive of a father to make a difference. Not only for your sons, but for other fatherless, as what you said in
Yes.
your bio, other fatherless kids who, male or female,
Yes.
who are struggling out here in these streets.
Black or white, green, brown,
It doesn't matter, right? Yet, you said you was in prison. If you get a little small part of that, what you went to prison for?
Aggravated assault, carrying a weapon on the commission of a crime.
So that was a different Travis Barber at one time.
That was trap. That was big trap. They called me City. So yeah, that was a whole nother cat, whole nother mindset, whole nother agenda, whole nother creed.
What drove you to that? What drove you being Travis Barber to Big Trap?
Big trap was driven by poverty, by lack of, by the no's not nows, and seeing my mom struggling, working at a restaurant my entire childhood to make ends meet. I flunked out of college, so that killed my NFL dreams. But I never stopped dreaming about taking care of her, getting her out of the apartment, and putting her in a place where she can kick her feet up. And I did that. It was short-lived, but I accomplished that goal negatively.
So you was in the streets, but if I heard you just say correctly, you went to college?
Georgia Southern University, full scholarship, outside linebacker.
Wow. So people who have great dreams and have great opportunities mess up too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You get in the wrong crowd.
So you had a full scholarship to college, and you did what to ruin that?
Played around, one focused, one locked in, one going to class, no structure, no discipline.
And you think that came from a lack of not having your father in your life at the time, maybe?
Pretty much so.
And maybe your mother not being able to spend the time or the quality time because she had to work.
I called and checked with her before I dropped out, before I quit. Because I told her me and the coach weren't getting along, and not having a male in the house to ever yell at me or fuss at me. Mm-hmm. And all my coaches through high school and Little League loving me, didn't get to college, and became a job.
Okay.
And I couldn't take that tone or that aggression that coach was displaying towards me, so it was either fight or flight. So
you took the flight?
Yeah, took the flight.
Wow. And so how did that Travis Barber turn into Big Trap?
It turned to Big Trap when I came home, and me knowing everybody, me going throughout the city with the dogs, and up getting into the dog fighting and meeting all the heavy hitters in the dope game, and I became the jug man, and from the jug man became the plug.
Wow. What was that life like?
That life was exciting. It was freedom of finance.
And before you go there, I think that's where a lot of us get trapped at.
Yeah.
The money, the notoriety,
Mm-hmm.
the fame of it. People call you real.
You the man.
You consider yourself the real end, right? You the plug, you the goon, or what? All those titles that come with that. You said it was enjoyable, I guess, for the moment.
Yeah, because when I left Georgia Southern, my name wasn't in lights no more. My name wasn't in the paper no more. The people wasn't cheering my number, slapped me on the shoulders,
yeah.
and I was in depression, missing that attention, and so I got it in another field, and that was in the streets.
Wow. And whether that, once you got in the streets, you got the notoriety, you did that, you got the money, you got the girls, you got the cars, you got everything that you want, where did it turn left at?
It turned left for me. It turned left when I probably picked up the first pack, when I got the first drop off. It turned left then. I became a whole new creature. I had a whole new mindset. I had bought into the system, just like I did on the football field. Mm-hmm. I'm going to die here on this gridiron. And I had that same mentality in the streets. I'm going to care about my people, about my work, about my pride, about my crew. Wow. And I took it to the next level when I caught the crime, caught the case, and I could have left the scene, but I wasn't finna leave my people out there.
So, because we don't have to dig too much into the case.
Thank you.
Right? I guess what we're showing here that you can make some bad decisions in your life.
Absolutely.
That, because I seen two things there. I see a promising career, right? But once you get unfocused and you start making other decisions, then those careers either get put on hold or they dead all the way, right? I'm not sure which one it was for you. But then you jumped into the streets because, I guess you knew people. Mm-hmm. And I guess it was easy for you. The transition maybe was easy for you, I'm assuming, being that you knew people. But then you catch a case.
Yeah.
Now here we go once again with the fame.
Yeah.
It's out the door, right? So you find yourself at the county jail, Trap.
Dr. Barber.
Well, we're gonna get to Dr. Barber.
We talking about trap now. Cool.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Dr. Barber.
All right.
But you find yourself in the holding cell trap.
Yes, sir.
What was on your mind?
Suicide.
Yeah, I've been there.
Suicide. Like, I never shook so hard in my life. Like, murder charge. Never been in trouble. No big trouble. And all these officers around me tell me I don't kill the man. I did lose it.
So now this big trap now.
This big trap.
This big trap.
Yeah.
Right? The plug.
Yeah, the man.
And what I hear now is a vulnerable kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And people may have to understand what I'm saying when I say that, because we catch these cases when we're young. Because a lot of times, growing up, like, we really never get to be kids. Right? Because of pressure, football.
Yeah,
People don't know how much pressure that is.
Raising my little sister. My mom was at work,
being
cooking,
a father
cleaning.
figure.
Yeah.
Right? Being a big brother.
Yeah.
Being the man of the house, which I don't agree with that concept no more, because I think we push kids to be adults too quick.
Definitely.
Right? So you didn't get a chance to be a kid. So I hear trap the kid, because now, like, the easy way out is suicide.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got to deal with the disgrace or the embarrassment of my mom.
Exactly.
So here you're a suicide, and now you've been down, you're down for a couple months. Still big trap, right? You're facing this court. What was your mind?
On my family.
Because obviously you didn't commit suicide.
No,
so,
I didn't. No.
But your mind is somewhere.
Yeah, my mind.
Hey, before we start, if you have any questions to ask Dr. Travis Barber, you can call us at 470-251-4707. Once again, 470-251-4700, or log on to statusnetwork.net, or download your Status Network app on your Apple or Google store right now. Do it right now so you can get this wonderful testimony. So you're fighting this court. How much money did you spend on a lawyer? Did you have any money left?
Yeah.
Okay, did you have money to fight a lawyer?
The lawyer, the first lawyer was like 25.
The first lawyer?
Yeah, 25, and then PI was like another $5 grand.
Private investigation.
Yeah,
How much?
Like a 30.
Just for the private investigation?
For the lawyer and the private investigator.
So 30 altogether?
Yes, sir.
That's the first lawyer?
Yes, sir.
So you had the money?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Because we know probably 90% of our youth don't have money.
Yeah, definitely.
So you had a little money to fight.
Yes.
So
my mother wasn't called until I was turning myself in. She was just my mother. I was a man.
Wow.
Yeah, she didn't have to do nothing.
But you was able to take care of your mom a little bit. Gave
yes,
her money.
sir.
Okay, so
yes, sir.
You did come with one thing out of that.
I did.
Yeah, comes one thing out of it. Gave you some of them a little something on there, right?
Yeah.
All right, but I don't think people understand how greedy and selfish the street really make you.
Hey, man.
Because you really don't pour much money in your family as you think you do.
You really don't. Time either.
But how much money you spend in strip clubs and out here, buying all type of stuff that probably don't even need to be bought. Didn't invest the money.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything right. So, and we'll talk about that later on down the line. So you in here, you got your first lawyer. That didn't work out. Now you going for where? The second lawyer.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
the appeal,
So you still got a few little dollars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my partner, they still doing their thing at the time.
Okay, so everybody, they love you.
Yeah.
Pouring into you. Okay. And that's a rare situation, right?
Absolutely.
But you're about to get this sentence. Where was your mind at?
Man, all over the place. In the wilderness, really.
Yeah. So money really didn't save you.
No, money couldn't save me.
So you get what sentence? How much time did you get?
They gave me 20.
20?
15 for the gun and 5 for the aggravated assault.
Okay, so you had a 20-year sentence. You get called that night to get on that bus. Mm-hmm. Where was your mind at? Yeah. And I'm saying this, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm asking where your mind is, because people don't understand there's so many stages once you get incarcerated. From the streets, incarceration, going through the process, your mind changes all the time because you don't know. Sometimes you may get some good news. A lot of times you don't get bad news. And then you get your time. So now your mind has to change again because now you know I got to go to the big boy system. And regardless if you're a big trap or whoever you are, you're going into a strange territory.
Yes, sir.
You get on this bus, and they take you to what facility? They take you to Jackson.
Well, I got on. I was at Carroll County, so I got in the car and they drove us. I was by myself. It was just me. Oh. Got shipped to Jackson in the police.
Handcuffs?
Yeah.
You like some of these folks?
Oh, no,
shoot
handcuffs.
Up schools and they get to go to Burger King.
Yeah, no, they took me straight to Jackson.
You go to Burger King?
No, I ain't go to Burger King.
Okay, they didn't take you to Burger King. They took you straight to prison.
Yes, sir.
You went to Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First day at Jackson.
Oh man, 1 million black faces, look like 2,000 buses, Bluebirds, all white, full of slaves, shackled up,
Wow.
go in, the line about 100 deep, get butt naked, and we probably about 2 feet apart. You might not look left or right, you might not say nothing. You got to stand
Now,
in
this is a
line.
different feeling compared to football.
Oh, yeah, different
Football,
way, yeah.
they bad, they talking.
Yeah, this one, none of that.
But you're in prison now.
Yeah, I'm in prison now.
So
yeah.
that's you two institutions, two
Yes,
different
sir.
institutions.
Straight single file line, butt naked.
Yeah. Where was your mind at?
What the hell have I got myself into?
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Wow. You get your jumpsuit, you get everything, you go in your room, you get through your weeks, and they send you to what prison?
They sent me to Washington State Prison. They sent me to Pelham. Yeah, Pelham, Georgia, Washington State Prison.
What was your first day at a big prison?
Oh, man, my first roommate, he had like 2 lights and 20. He had killed 2 dudes riding around with him, indicator, Schnall powder. He won by 19.
In the trunk.
He had him in the trunk. And I'm in that crime by my 20 years.
I think I remember that case.
Hey, man, little young dude, too.
I think I remember that case.
Became my little buddy. I still keep in touch with him to this day.
Because I'm sure he's a different person now.
He really is, yeah.
Yeah. So you ended with a person with 2 life sentences.
Yeah.
Now, you used to be Big Trap now. Like, you the man.
Yeah.
You wasn't the man no more?
I was a different man. And my mind was like, I'm going to have to take him out before you take me out. Ain't no way.
That was a real thought for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. And that's because of the stories you hear?
The stories I don't heard, yeah.
Okay, you got your first day in there, your first week get by. I'm assuming you was able to establish a somewhat friendship with him.
Yeah,
you made to stay in there. But what are you seeing in prison? Because a lot of young people don't really understand what this prison life is. What did you see every day?
Senseless violence. The most terrifying thing for me outside of the riot was the tactical squad coming through 3:34 in the morning. All you hear is them marching on the compound, coming down the steps, singing cadence. And when they come in the dorm, strip butt naked, put your hands by your head, walk out your room backwards, and step to the right. German Shepherd, go up your butt, up your scrotum, and go in your room. You better not say nothing.
Wow. How did it make you feel as a man, though?
Oh, man, humiliated. They'll make you go insane in there, man. That's why they just treat you and where they handle you and where you really have no voice in there.
Wow. So you're going through this process, man, and as time is going along, you're stepping away from the image of Big Trap.
Absolutely.
Stepping into now Travis the Barber.
Yeah,
Dr. Barber.
I was depressed for about 3 years, but on the real, I was depressed. Didn't even know it, but I was depressed about 3 years.
Yeah, I think everybody goes through that step.
For real.
I don't know what brothers who have 2 or 3 lights. I don't know where their mind is, but I know, whether I did my whole 18 or not, I knew there was a end date.
Yeah.
But you still go through depression. Was you able to see your family in these first couple of years?
Yes. I definitely had great.
What was your mind? How was your mind though? Because I know when my mom leave, man, that was like one of the worst feelings. My son left.
Yeah.
Every time he left visitations,
bittersweet. They call it the Trail of Tears when you leave visitation because then you got to get stripped butt naked again, squat, man, look up your anal, and then it's like
I'm already hurt.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed all over again.
Exactly.
You don't get used to that.
Never.
Well, I didn't.
Never.
Yeah. So you get through your 3 years, your 4th year, your 5th year, your 6th year. Who's this Travel Barber now?
Listen,
in these 6 years that went by.
I've came into manhood, to maturity of just my true identity, my true purpose, and my obligation to mankind.
Wow, so you became a positive light for a lot of people.
And my main goal was my sons. I wanted them to see what I never seen growing up in a father, in a man. I wanted them to see when you stand on a principle and when you do more than go beyond your front door.
Was that hard to? Is it hard to be a father in prison?
It was hard, but I was up for the challenge. I was determined not to let my boys not know me.
Even though it was a gap between y'all.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But that mail truck ran 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And I was sending letters out individuals to all 4 of my sons for the 10 years.
Wow. So you had 4 kids. You lost a lot.
Yeah, lost everything.
So you're getting close to getting ready to get out of prison. You're at your last couple weeks. Because the reason why I'm jumping story, because as we get on through this story, my brother got a book out. My brother also speaks in the community. And I want my brother to be able to share that. So now we have a call. It's not coming on here. All right.
Your phone dead.
So, well, we got somebody calling in. If you're calling in at the moment, call back. We have a little technicalities on here, but we'll get to that. So as you are getting ready to get out, even though people may remember you as Big Trap, you're transitioning over to Travis Barber.
Yes, sir.
Your heart has been tendered. Your mind is different. You see life different, and you're getting ready to become.
My phone. We pretty quiet. Cut this part out.
Okay.
The phone not plugged up. Dang, it's not even. My fault. It was unplugged. That's why.
Oh, because I was looking at it when it was calling. I was like, it should have rolled in here.
Yeah, this one right there.
Yeah.
And I can cut this part out. So this
Okay.
Starting
Okay. Okay. So you get ready to get out, and you get close to that date. You're a couple days away.
I didn't know I was getting out. I had a 20-year sentence, and at the 10-year mark, after getting on the fire department, I got sent to Clayton County Transition Center.
Wow. Okay. And what year was this?
2012.
2012. Wow. So you get into this transition center, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you ain't seen Atlanta in 10 years.
10 years.
Where was your mind at?
And I was afraid. I was in fear, apprehensive, but excited and grateful to be with my boys finally, and just to relax and just chill, let my guards down.
Did you ever go home and pass at the time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So where was you working at?
Nowhere. My cousin had his own business, and we were finessing the system, keeping it real.
Keeping it real, right?
Yeah, I was finessing the system.
Thank God you didn't get caught up.
Hey, for real.
And then you get that letter to go home.
I'm headed to work. They call my phone. I don't answer, man. My mother, she take it from drop me off at the spot. And then they call her phone. Can you bring him back?
You redirected that number.
Yeah. Bring Travis back. He being released. We like to turn the call over. For real.
So you had an instant release.
Instant release, yeah.
Where was your mind at, brother?
Man, lost, happy, afraid, still.
All the same.
Yes, sir.
Now, mind you, been out for this and sister, so you out here.
I'm out here, yeah.
But you still locked up.
I'm still locked up, putting the barbershop together, making power moves, just trying to get a position to come back and stand on 10 toes legitimately.
But then you about to be released and you get scared.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So I never heard that part.
Yeah.
What was you scared of?
Responsibility. I got 4 boys I got to feed. They like all the great things in life.
Yeah.
And here I come now. It's like, how you going to perform? How you going to provide?
Wow. Before we finish out there, I want to take a few minutes, a few seconds, a 30-second break. And when we come back, Big Trap, now Travis Barber. One more question. So, caller, how you doing today? Who am I speaking with?
Doing well. This is Brandy.
Hey, Brandon, how you doing? You have any question for me or Travis Barber?
No. Well, yes. I was going to ask, what do you feel like the community can do more of to support the mission and vision that both of you have currently going on with your businesses?
Man, the community can start volunteering and donating funds, resources funds and resources are what we need for this assignment, this mission that we're on to save our youth. We need more than just likes and shares. We need resources. The same thing that the nonprofits are getting up north, and the assignments as well as the help that the kids are getting on the north side of town, we need that same love over here on the south side and on the east side and the west side.
For me as well, I think, ma'am, not only resources and monetary, but we need more bodies. We need more strong male and female figures who are willing to pour into our young adults. One of the things that I've noticed about a lot of nonprofits, even the big ones, even more so for the grassroots, is that we don't have enough bodies. And I totally understand, because a lot of people have full-time jobs. Yes. And a lot of people don't have the commitment or the opportunity to actually get out here and work. So the reason why we ask like our local government and government to donate money or the multi-millionaire and billionaires to donate money to especially our grassroots is because sometimes even just a little pay for somebody gas or pay for the food or a hotel, it helps a long way to get more people in to help. Most every nonprofit or organization are struggling when it comes to volunteers, funding. So we need the community to, not only pray, but we need tangible blessings, things that we can see. Even if it's your time, some of the things our kids are missing is financial literacy classes. Like we need in-depth financial literacy class, but something that our kids can understand and comprehend. Some of our kids are homeless. Some of our kids are without food. Some of our kids are without clothing. Like, it's so many things that we need from the community. But like for mine personally, I'm with Brother Barber. We need monetary and we need other resources to help with our mission and what we're trying to accomplish.
And to add to that, the same thing that your child needs is what we need for our mission for the kids. Like, even with a hotel for the weekend, these kids sleeping in tents outside in the woods, and nobody sees them. Everybody just ride on by them and don't even toot the horn or anything. We just need people to be a little more compassionate and understanding, and just to step up. Just to step up. Just need a little help. That's all.
Any more questions, ma'am?
No, that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you for what you're doing.
Well, thank you. Make sure you pass on and repost when you see it on your live. You can download the app or go on statusnetwork.net. But thank you for calling in. God bless you. Have a great day.
Thanks. Same to you. Bye-bye.
All right.
So, Travis Barber, you come out with an organization, right? And I want you to get into that. I'm gonna step back and let you talk a little bit, because I want you to pour your heart into this community. Because as we just talked with someone calling in today, as to what the community can do, you have a nonprofit called One More Christian. Where did you get that from? It's very unique.
One More Question comes from me having so many questions when I was doing my time, from men with information about the court system, men with information about spirituality, men that had the answers for so many questions that I had that I couldn't get answered in my community, that I never thought of thinking of at the time when I was blissfully living as a young man, 24 years old, walking around with $10,000 in my pocket every day and living probably my worst life, because I was in fear of the police, the robbing crew. So I'm always...
Okay, we got another caller. Hold on for a second. Loving Our Community is Dr. Howard. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Kennedy Hawkins.
Hey, Kennedy, how you doing? You have a question for us?
Yes, I have a question. I was just listening to your show, and I was calling in to find out if you guys are able, or do you have access to the Fulton County jail? Currently, I have a son that's incarcerated there, and I have to stay prayerful with everything that's going on. So, in that actual jail. So I didn't know if you guys had access to the Fulton County jail.
I personally don't have any contact. I mean, I do know some people that's there, but and I'm not sure if Travis have any contact.
Well, the contact that I have, I was going into 901 Wright Street with the Academy of Hope, Mr. Andre, and they stopped the program for whatever reason, but we're now about to reach out to Sheriff Labat to bring in a reform program for not only the inmates but for the officers as well, because we can see the culture is dangerous and is unlivable for both sides, and it's a danger for the officers as well as the inmates. And we're trying to get in each county jail in Georgia with the reform program, and we're going to go through the sheriffs. We're going to start at the top because nobody has lived experiences like we do. So we know what it takes to survive in there as well as to come out, stay focused, and get your life back on track. So we are working right now to get inside these county jails.
What I will share, man, one of the first things I think you said, you definitely keep praying for your son.
Absolutely.
Secondly, I am making some phone calls and moves to try to get in there, and hopefully, one thing I believe in is I met with the sheriff the other day. I actually ran into him somewhere, and I told him I want to be involved because I used to do the Scared Straight program at Fulton County. It's been a few years now through the pandemic and stuff like that, but even since I went through there, it's gotten a little bit more violent, because things are just changing. But one thing I told him is I want to bring something to him that has impact. I'm not just trying to come there just to have a conversation with the guys. I'm actually trying to come there and have some impact. So one of the things that I want to do is get in and maybe work with some of the younger guys that's going to prison, but also work with some of the younger guys who may be getting out of the jail. Because we have to impact those young people because they don't really understand the recidivism and the rate. If that will answer you,
we're working on it.
We're working on it.
Okay. And are you all able to do a follow-up? Did any of that change?
Follow up with the young man?
Follow up with me.
Yes. So I'm going to give you my number as well as Brother Travis give you his number, and we can do a follow-up. My number is 444-480-3235. You can call and leave a message, and we'll get back with you, Trav.
And do me at onemorequestion@gmail.com.
All right.
Okay.
The number one MOQUESTION@gmail.com.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hit both of us.
All right.
Okay, we'll do. Thank you, guys.
Oh, you
We have another call. I'm trying to catch this call. One more question. This is Dr. Howard.
Dr.
Who am I
Barber.
speaking with?
Hey, Dr. Howard, how you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. How can I help you?
Yes, I was calling to ask a question. I heard that you have Mr. Travis Barber on air, and I wanted to ask a specific question about like some of the services that he could possibly offer to the Fulton County Sheriff's Office.
Oh wow!
Everybody.
There's a lot going on there, right?
Yes, we are we're in pursuit now of a meeting with him and the mayor. We want to do a reform not only for the inmates but for the officers as well. It's a harsh environment you can see from the post and from the media, but that's pumping fear in everyone that has a loved one there, as well as a family member that works there. And we're trying to sit down with him so we can go in and hear from each side to see what the dangers, the troubles, and the issues are, and to meet in the middle so it can be an environment conducive for life after prison and for the careers of the officers as well.
Are you going to include the inmates in that conversation?
Absolutely.
As well?
They the heartbeat. They are the heartbeat. They the reason for it.
Now, in saying that, I'm one of the most. I always try to be as transparent as possible. We also need for our young men to do their part.
Absolutely.
And we need for our young men, we need for any parent or girlfriend or homie to reach out to these young brothers when they talk to them, is to get them to get away from certain activities that will call. Here's the thing. We have people out here who is fighting to help and to bring change in the county jails as well as the prisons. We need for our young men and ladies to step away from the violence. Get away from some of the things that will cause people to say, see, this ain't gonna work. we can't help them. They're a lost cause. We have to do our part as a community, and our brothers got to do a part as a community that's inside. And I can speak from that perspective because I've been in prison too. So I know as much help as people was trying to give us out there, we had to do our part now. So we need for all of our parents and brothers and sisters and uncles and grandparents to reach out to our young brothers and sisters in there, man, and have them to digress from the violence that's going on in there. And you know, that will help brothers like Travis, myself, and for the others who are trying to get in front of the mayor, the judges, the sheriff, to do our part. If we can get our young brothers to do their part, it makes sense.
Yeah, I understand it. I have a follow-up question to that. You know, I work with some of the youth that are considered at-risk youth or wayward children, or whatever adjective you want to place on them. And, you know, I had one of the young men tell me that the streets chose him. And you know, I had never heard a child say something like that. So when he elaborated on what happened with him or how he got on the path, got off his, the right path, you know, he told me that he was dropped in the middle of chaos and that he had two options. Either he was going to continue to be a victim or he had to stand up for himself. So what do we do to implement something on a community level for children that don't want to be on a bad path where they don't have any other option?
I want to share something real quick before Travis jump on. See, brother like Travis and myself are looking for locations, right? Safe places that we can house, where we can, that we can get from our local government or from a private owner. I know brother Travis has a desire to have a location for young people to come to and be able to get educated, go through some schoolwork or go through some financial literacy class, or just a safe place to be away from the street life. And I desire that same thing too. We need help from local government because we know there's buildings out there that can be given.
Absolutely. We know that.
Right? And, sometimes because we don't have the big organizations, it's easy for them to come tap you on the back and say, you're doing a good job. Well, I could do a better job if you give me some help, right? So we need the community to press our local government, and these commissioners to give us, allow us to use some of these buildings because we know they can rent some of these buildings out as less as $1 a year. And while we work on getting other money and funding to run a building, so our kids can have something to go to. Because a lot of us, man, we want to give free services. We want to be able to give free service because we know it's hard on the parents. So we need for the community to also get behind brothers like Travis, myself, and other organizations to push them to give us the resources that we need and not make it hard. Even applying for some of these grants, you got to go through these long processes, all this new paperwork, to even get $5,000. And $5,000 is really only going to get you, a couple pair, boxes and maybe a box of food to give the kid, but it's not going to have life,
substantial impact.
Yeah, substantial impact, for our kids. So we definitely need for the community to press, some of these local governments to do a little bit more for people like Travis, who's beating the concrete up, myself, that's been doing it for 12, 13 years, for other organizations that's been doing probably longer than I have, but can't get their hands on resources or don't have people in the corner that can write grants, that can do the paperwork, because a lot of these nonprofits, they're really one man or two person ran, right? It's just unfortunate. Some people, fortunately, some people jump in and help out here and there, but when it really comes down to the nitty gritty, it's really almost one or two people that's actually running the program. So I would say, from my perspective,
I concur, and nevertheless, like she said, the young man said that the street life chose him. And I can say the same thing for us, the philanthropic and the community activists. I didn't choose it, it chose me. Nevertheless, you got to live the life that's been given to you. And when you step back and take an assessment of what's the benefits for you and your family livelihood, is the life that chose you worth you accepting the call?
Exactly.
And for the young man, I was born in Fairmont, Georgia, Lightning. They was thugging hard. But nevertheless, I made up my mind that I wanted to play in the NFL. And I got lost along the way, and then I got back on track. But being around the right men helped me make that decision a whole lot easier. I hated was in prison, but I found myself, I found my religion, I found my faith, and I found my purpose.
I want to share this too with community, right? Imagine how much money we spend from day to day on nothing, right?
Yeah.
I want to challenge the community for like organizations like One More Question, Freedom is a Choice. Give $1 a day. You can put on the automatic. Give $1 a day. That's $365 a year. That's at the lowest form.
Absolutely.
That can help this brother. Today, I had to spend $200 some. Help a kid get a job today. Or he got hired on today. He went yesterday, got hired on, started today, and I had to actually get him a phone. So I had to pay for a phone, get the service on, just so he can have, communication.
Exactly.
Have email. You know what I'm saying? It's important, not that any phone, but when the owner says, look, if it's possible you can help him get a phone, so I can be able to get in contact with him and stuff like that. So stuff like that costs money.
Absolutely.
And even for the little fun, the stuff that's donated, like that stuff adds up. I got a kid that's homeless and he just got locked up yesterday on some bogus stuff. But I've been feeding him and sending him money, putting him up in hotels. Like, that stuff costs money, and we need the community. We need the community more than anything in the world.
And we don't need them when it's their child. We need them now when it's somebody else's child.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So I hope that answers some of your questions.
It did. Thank you guys so much.
Okay.
Thank you for calling in, man.
Well, look us up.
All right, have
we
a
post
good day.
it. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
So we're gonna take another 30-second break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into your book and what we can expect from Travis Barber, Dr. Travis Barber. And one more question. Thank you. Put some respect on my name.
For real.
I don't want to get that up here, but I will be back in about 30 seconds. Loving our communities, Dr. Omar Howard, Dr. Travis Barber. We'll be right back. Yo, welcome back, loving our community. Dr. Howard, my brother, Dr. Travis Barber. All right, one more question.
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
One more. Let me tell you something. This brother, listen, I've never seen a brother like, listen, I had my titles and names on my clothing. I ain't never seen nobody do it like you, bro.
Hey, man, I
One of a
appreciate
kind, my guy. Shorts, pants, dress shirt, drip. Hey, listen. You gonna know one more question exists. If you don't know, then you missing the whole point of the clothing line, right? But he's trying to get you to understand that he's serious about what he does. Real quick, we're about to wrap it up, my brother. Travis Barber, one more question. What can we expect from Travis Barber and one more question?
Hopefully, my documentary, Behind the Trap, be on a major network. I'm shooting for Hulu, Tubi, and Netflix for that coming this summer. My book is already out on Amazon. It's doing great, but I need more people to go on there and order up. You're going to love it. I promise you that. Behind the Trap with 2 P's, Amazon.
Not a couple of minutes, man. If you had to say something to the parents first and then say something to our young adults, I want you to talk to them right now, brother. The floor's yours right now.
To the parents, it's like coaching the worst team versus coaching the best team. You still got a job to do no matter what the scoreboard is. That's your team. That's your child. That's your obligation. That's your commitment. So no matter what it looks like, keep coaching. For real, because you never know what God got in store. And for me, at this point in life, even when I lose, I win. And my mother thought that she had lost me to the system, but she didn't know that I was being refurbished. And when I came home, she never would have expected the God to under-promise and over-deliver to bring a man like me up out of such great atrocities and environment. And here I am today, my own nonprofit, book published author, executive producer, my own documentary, book program at Atlanta Public School System, leadership program, KIP charter, and finna get into these jails with Dr. Omar and get a reform program at leadership conferences with the judicial system and all the CEOs of Atlanta and DeKalb County. They want to hear my voice, what I got to say. I'll be Dr. Travis Emery Barber, June 17 officially, but I'm already rocking my title and I'm living my best life. Amen. And for the young men and women, if you don't listen to your parents, life gonna yell in your face. And you ain't gonna like the sound or the vibrations. But nevertheless, just pray that you live through it. Because a lot of kids